The High Templar storms parting the seas of locusts.
Double offensive is if you made it Jesus, who was a Jew, but like, like
Oh
that would
man.
be incredible. And then when someone's like, that's not him, that's a picture of Jesus, and you're
So
like,
as
well, can we be honest? They probably all look just about the same, but it's like super Midwest white
white,
Jesus
of
with like a
course.
six-pack, like just a ripped fucking straight out of America Jesus. That would be awesome.
As soon as the game is ending, I don't think Pontius Pilate could have called this one any more accurately. I don't know. There's a lot of different ways you can go. And the bottom right from Team Acer Gaming, it probably doesn't want to be associated with this line of humor whatsoever. We have INnoVation. Wow, just came off of some amazing GSL wins.
Yeah.
Made it to the
Did he, by the way? Spoiler alert, I didn't see, actually.
Oh, sorry, I'm just kidding. I mean, that might not have
Let me
necessarily
check, because we kept saying that, but it'd be really funny if he actually lost his matches, and we're just like, oh, he did so well, and he's like 0-4.
Nathanius tweeted that he was really happy.
Yeah, hang on. So, spoiler, we have to do this on the internet, Steven.
Sure,
spoiler guys, we're about to say a result for something that happened online. INnoVation did make it out behind Cure. 2 Terrans, by the way. They survived the Protoss.
In the bottom left, as the blue Zerg, we have the Snutes.
Snute Zoot Riot, man. Super excited about him. Bottom left versus bottom right, that obviously kind of shrinks the map a little bit, but if you're a Snute fan, you're happy with the positions, because if he was bottom right, then he'd have his natural sharing the empty space of INnoVation. He'd be getting dropped all day long. As it is, he's got a pretty decent spot, and if he can expand away from him, kind of going up towards top left of the map, that too makes it a little bit harder for INnoVation to get over there. But where that kind of falls on its face is, especially with this Widowmine buff right now, INnoVation's going to be parade pushing pretty clearly into the third of Snute. That is going to be a frickin' hard hold. I mean, the rally off these 3 bases, Widowmines, or if he goes Hellbats, that's fine as well. But they don't have very far to go, and they're already hitting the third from potentially 2 different angles. It's going to be really hard to deal with.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, I zoned out at the very beginning of that, but did you talk about him taking the upper third as an option?
No, I mean, but that's a weird third to take,
Yeah,
right?
I know, and it's one of those, I don't actually know if that's, like, right or not, but, like, it would be something, like, you usually lean towards that as Zerg, like, on maps, like, say, like, Catalina, we're like, oh, well, I'll just take the other third. But, yeah, like you said, it's taking
I don't think he can.
third.
I think he has to take the one at the base of his natural, or his main.
Connecting
but
that with
that's a
creep
bad one.
Yeah, and the one is so hard to defend in this position. I mean, I don't know, this is going to be a rough game for Snute. I say that, but I mean, it's Snute. The man of miracles.
Well, it's also INnoVation, though. And, I agree, like, Snute is one of the absolute best foreigners that has hope against a lot of these Koreans, but, well, there's no but. That is true. What I would say, though, is that this is what happens. Those foreigners beat Koreans 1 or 2 in a row, and everyone's like, wow, that's amazing. But then they hit that wall, like an INnoVation, in a matchup where INnoVation's been tearing it up. And then it's... but if Snute can overcome this obstacle, I mean, if he just 2-0'd a Dominus, not pictured, but if he can beat INnoVation here, he's got the inside track to making out of this group, and then going further, which would be awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of money, and not a watch, but money. Money at the end of this.
Yeah, Snute is definitely the favorite in the Snute Betrayus matchup. So yeah, for sure. If he makes it out of this, I mean, he's in a good spot. And even if he loses here, I mean, technically he still could be in a pretty good spot. So
yeah. They were the 2 favorites, the pretty clear favorites, but Adominus kind of, well, I was gonna say shook things up, but he beat Betrayus, just like the other guy that was supposed to probably not make it out, so I guess that's pretty acceptable. It's up to those 2 to do something against either Snute or INnoVation to really make things weird.
For sure. So, quite a bit of talking going at the beginning. We missed a couple of pretty key things. No Reaper harass, which means that Snute was able to put this third up disgustingly fast. This went up at like 5 minutes, maybe even earlier.
Yeah.
Or earlier than 5 minutes. At 4:35, that third went up. That's a crazy early third. INnoVation also, I don't know if this is still true or not, but he opened up with 2 Marines instead of a Reaper. At one point in time, that was highly indicative of a Hellbat all-in. Like, I kind of want to say Hellbat pressure. A lot of people say that, but it's pretty all-in. You delay your third by quite a bit. You delay your engineering base quite a bit. So your upgrades are late. Your economy is like really suffering. But I mean, obviously, it's a very powerful attack that at one point in time, a few months ago, I remember Home Strike Cup time, like very powerful timing attack. I'm not sure anymore. I don't really like it as much anymore. I think Zergs have gotten a lot better at holding it off. I guess we'll kind of see how Snute deals with it.
I guess. In practice, yes. But every time I see it used in a tournament, it just, like, always works. but I don't see it nearly as often. To your point, you're right. You just don't see it nearly as often. A couple of drones getting roasted here, but only one actually dies.
That was really
saved.
sick control by Snute there. Maybe extracted the 2 spores.
Yeah, not bad. To your point, though, Hellions are coming out a little bit late. This could just be the Hellion phase. Or, as you said, they could actually, with an armory, end up becoming
Hellbats. We do see the +1 in the stim pack going down for INnoVation as well, so...
And no third yet. Okay, so there's a starport. Yeah, well, I mean, medevacs are just kind of always good to do. I do like Snoot's position, though. As you said, this is a really greedy third. He's already spread creep to it. Oh, gosh. I'm gonna dive back here. This is not good. Well, he gets actually all the Hellions. That's pretty okay, right?
I mean, we take a look at the, There's too many hotkeys to remember for this. 7 workers killed.
Baneling Nest? Nope, defensive. I was hoping... Well, no. I think it would actually go quite poorly, but... It'd be kind of cool if you did like a 40-ling Baneling thing. But these are defensive, I guess. Probably for the Hellbat thing. He might be sniffing out what you're saying.
Was the armor ever made? It wasn't.
Well, no, I don't... It might not ever come, but like you were saying, it's a possibility, I guess. It kind of looks like it is. So the Banelings might just be for that, but... Oh, I don't like this macro hatch, by the way. If we're going to put on our fedora and monocle real quick. Macro hatch at the exposed third. No me gusta.
What, you think
Yo prefiero macro hatch, circa day, main base. Yeah, main hatch.
Is yo prefiero, is that actually preferred in Spanish? Or?
That's how you say I prefer, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
I speak what's called adorable Spanish, but not very much of it.
Gotcha.
So we're going to have Snute put to the test here. If you notice, he's kind of continuing on that greedy train. He didn't even have lings in front of the army. Yeah, there's a good chance he actually just kind of dies right now, because
possibly
he literally did not see this
coming.
coming.
Speed at all. That's actually, the lair is quite far from being done, which might have been the trade-off of taking that really fast third. I don't know if he's gonna die. He does have a lot of lings coming.
He's dead. Yeah, he's dead.
He might be dead. Yeah, never mind. It is
he's super dead.
He's pretty dead. There's a lot of lings coming though, and it's Snute. I want to believe. I thought he was dead versus Dominus.
You know, we were talking about the Seahawks and Broncos earlier. This is something that can happen too when 2 great players face. Sometimes the game's not that great. One just has a great game, and the other one kind of has a shitty game, and this is what we're left with. Snute did not see this attack coming. He got really greedy, which is fine. You're supposed to be greedy. But you have to be acceptably greedy. Oh, that was actually kind of bad. Baneling waddled in there, but INnoVation's in the zero fucks given mode right now, where he's just kind of trailing units over into the Zerg, knowing that he's about to die.
You know what? I think that Snute is okay. I'm gonna say it. We'll see what happens. I don't think so, actually, but the only reason why
$100 million to one right now.
I kind of lean towards that is because INnoVation is just not starting us there, but I don't know if Snute can hold us off. You're right. I mean, there's a lot of stuff out here. I'm just Snute does GG out. He didn't have the third up. I wanted to believe that Snute was gonna make some crazy stuff happen because nobody wants to see Snute lose like that. I didn't want to see Snute lose like that.
No. When you see Snute versus INnoVation, you're hoping for an epic game. That was not it.
I wanted to see if he would have held the attack off and INnoVation didn't have a third up. Snute's actually like in an okay spot. Like, you feel like shit as a Zerg player when you've lost some stuff at your third, but he did have that other hatch set up there. If he could have held it off, it's like, he doesn't have the INnoVation doesn't have the third even started yet. Like, he was just starting it. He would have been like in an okay-ish spot, but I mean, he obviously didn't have enough to clear out what was there. There were 2 Widow Mines burrowed and no Baneling speed anywhere on the horizon. So yeah, I mean, you're right. He was pretty dead.
Yeah. It sucks because it's a pretty big oversight. That's the distance from the ramp leaving the Terran base to the third of the Zerg. We talked about this before the game even started. Is very short. It's really bad. So if you're gonna be greedy, I almost want to say I feel like he should have been. Well, I mean, it's all in retrospect now, but like being greedy is fine. But in this case,
it wasn't fun.
On this map. It was either basically INnoVation's going for a third CC, in which case Snute's very smart, or he's not going for a third CC, in which case Snute is literally just dead. You know, it's too small of a map in those positions. So I don't like that Snute chose to take that form of greed. I would have rather he, like, I don't know, greeded up 2 bases, and then his third was like, I don't know, I'm kind of talking in circles now, but it's just too bad to watch them play that way.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
But it's a best of series. You know, he's facing INnoVation, so he's like, well, I got to take a risk. I can't just... Snute's really good, but he can't, I don't think, count on just flat out forever outplaying INnoVation. He needs to take... Some corners need to be cut, I think. and this is what he chose. And it didn't work out this time. That's okay.
For sure, waiting for game 2 to start here. I don't think there's much to take away from that game. I mean, like you said, it was just kind of a shit.
Yeah.
You took a risk, it didn't pay off. I don't think that's like a mind-destroying game. It's like, it happens, you know.
They both got to be feeling pretty good. INnoVation is leagues above almost everybody on the planet, if not just about everybody on the planet. Even a player as good as Snute is probably beneath someone like INnoVation, and I'm sure Snute would tell you that himself. But then the point I would make is Snute and INnoVation are heads and shoulders above Patreus and Adominus. So unless something really wonky happens, this match is to determine who takes first and who takes second, in my opinion, and they probably think that too.
Sure.
But that kind of makes the fanboy in me like tingle with excitement at the idea of Adominus really throwing a loop in there against INnoVation, or even Patreus, who unfortunately had a really poor showing against Adominus, but is a very good player. He could win a ZVZ against Snute, especially. Is Patreus in North America right now, or is he in Australia?
He's in North America, living at the root house.
So he'll have latency advantage against Snute.
Sure.
That's something worth saying, I think.
Anyway, waiting for the game to start. Looks like we're going to be playing on Deadwing next. I'm glad they fixed that map. Do you remember when that map used to be very, very, very bright? When it first came out, it was pretty over the top. It was a little bit ridiculous, I think.
A little ridiculous. I wish they would have called it Darkwing, though.
Why is that?
You never watched Darkwing Duck growing up?
Oh! Darkwing Duck, damn, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I remember that, dude. Yeah.
It was a good show.
You remember the Chippendale Rescue Rangers? Oh man, dude, some of those old shows were so cute.
I was watching Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, Street Sharks. G.I. Joe is great, except as a kid, I came across the epiphany that nobody ever died except for robots. They literally showed people parachuting out of everything, and I was like, wait, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. How can they have a war where literally there's nobody that ever dies?
Remember, what was that show, like Pirates of the Dark Water? Where the water was like... Did you ever see that?
No.
Oh.
Pirates of the Dark Water?
I don't remember, but there was like, the water was like, there was like some dark water shit that like swallow and eat everything. I don't know, they had to like purify it? I don't even know.
It's probably true.
Anyway.
That sounds about on par with the stories that you can expect.